Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Travis and welcome back to another daily Q&A. Now, today I'm going to be answering two questions and I might continue this for the next several videos in this series just to try to catch up from questions that you guys have put in the comment section. Now, just like before, if you have a question, doesn't really matter the topic, feel free to put it in the comment section of this video or any of the future videos and I will answer them in the series. So now before we move on to today's question, I want to say thank you for everybody who came out to the live stream last night. Had a pretty good turnout given it was Monday night. Now you might be asking, well, what happened to Thursdays? Well, if you watched the video from last night, I go into the reason why I'm switching to Mondays. And from this point forward, at least until something changes, it's going to be, again, every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We did do the Veterans Coral giveaway, which I gave all the details if you're a veteran and you're new to the channel, how you can participate in that monthly giveaway. So again, check out that live stream from yesterday. I'll probably put it in the comment section. But yeah, enough of that. Again, thank you for all the support on the 3D printing, all that good stuff. And if you want to support the channel, head over to FishOfHex.com. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into today's two questions. They're around nitrates and phosphates and dosing and all that stuff. Okay. I'll probably put the question on the screen. No promises on that. So, how do I fix low to zero nitrates and very high phosphates? Now, there's a reason why you have that imbalance. A lot of people, at least what I've seen, if they have one that's really high and one that's really low, it usually comes down to them using some kind of chemical filtration. Now, I'm not saying that's the case this time, but if you are running something like GFO or vice versa, if you're running something like a biopellet reactor, there's a good chance that you can have an imbalance in those two because you have, again, a bacteria or a chemical filtration that's just actively pulling that stuff out consistently, and you can get that imbalance. So if you are running either one of those methods, I would recommend slowly taking that offline and then addressing the issue why you have that elevated nutrient or that particular water parameter, and address that and take care of that before you deal with that issue. Now, the other thing could be is what you're feeding. If you're feeding a lot of pellet foods, or vice versa, if you're feeding a lot of nori is really high in phosphates. A lot of pellet foods have a ton of nitrates in them. So again, depending on what you're feeding, if you guys have seen been here for a while, you guys know that I make my own food. I have a couple videos on it, and the fish do pretty well, and the nutrients stay pretty balanced because I am using greens and then proteins and all sorts of stuff, and it seems to work out pretty well balance-wise. And yeah, I guess the other method would be, I'm trying to think. What's your overall maintenance routine? Are you, what's your water changes like? I know that your salt. I mean, this is something that a lot of people might run into. But is your salt dirty? Is your RO water dirty? Are you dealing with RO filters that are just outdated and you're getting nitrates and phosphates through? Maybe your CAC filter needs to be changed. Those are all things you need to look into. So to kind of make this easier and give you an approach to kind of go through gradually, first check your source water. Make sure you have zero TDS, and it doesn't hurt to send out an ICP test just to make sure that you are getting, again, zero nutrient, zero copper, zero phosphate, zero nitrates, zero, all that kind of stuff, making sure your filters are changed. And if you're not using RODI water and you're wondering what the heck I'm talking about, that's probably part of the problem. So there's plenty of videos, not only on my channel, but in the community in general. The next thing would be address your feeding habits. Again, check out what you're feeding, all that kind of stuff. Make sure you're good with that. And then, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, if you really want to, this is not very common, but you can make a fresh batch of salt and then salt water and then just test that, nitrates and phosphates, because you never know. Maybe you have a batch of salt that has higher elements in it or not. The last thing, which I probably should address this before, is make sure your test kits are up to date and they're reliable. If you're using like an API, something random to test, nutrients, which I don't know if API makes nitrates and phosphates. I don't think so. But either way, if you're using a low-grade test kit, consider either making sure it's updated or trying another test kit or another brand or something just to verify the numbers, or again, sending out an ICP test to get the accurate numbers before you make any changes with your setup. So hopefully that answers the question for you. Let's go to move on to the second one here. Can you put phosphates on a doser? And I'm just going to add nitrates to that as well. My phosphates are always low. And yes, you definitely can add nitrates and phosphates to a doser. I don't think you can see here, but I used to have nitrates and phosphates automatically being dosed through the Apex dose on a daily basis. I just kind of feed more now, and I just test more often and make those adjustments without having to do it through the doser, mainly because my doser's dead. I got to send that in, and I actually started using it for calc instead. So, but yes, you can put it on a doser. Just make sure the dosing pump is calibrated, it stays calibrated, and it's relatively good. That way you're not trying to chase numbers and trying to figure out, hey, one day it dosed 10 milliliters and the next day it dosed 15 to 20, and you're trying to figure out why your water parameters are not stable. So just make sure you have a good dosing pump, and you can go to FishOfHex.com and buy my nitrates and phosphates in 1 gallon jugs, and then you don't have to worry about buying little bottles. But yeah, with that said, guys, I think that's it. I think we'll do 2 questions today. Again, thank you for all the support on the website. Again, last night during the live stream, I addressed why I don't have printers, or why I don't have more printers, and we have a ton of orders in. But the queue is going pretty well. I do have a few printers that are down right now. I did say last night that only like 1 or 2 usually go down. Right now I have 5, but I'm going to address those today and take care of them and get that all set up, and they'll be up and running tomorrow. So with all of that said, thank you again for all the support, and I will see you guys later with another video. Peace.